All right, one of our main featured events, Walking on Sunshine. And since summer is here, I feel like this is just so fun. So, this can be a great resident appreciation event. We know yellow, it promotes energy, optimism, confidence, and fun. But it also helps you remember things. So we can help residents to remember that their apartment is full of sunshine with this bright event. And I love how we can use this, color to elicit emotions. And we have a few tips for you. So you can do command hooks and strips for your signs. These are your best friends. We use command hooks to hang the garlands, the banners, the backdrops, and this doesn't ruin the wall with tape. They're a lot sturdier and it gives you the flexibility to move things around. So keep them in your event supply kit. We also love to play with levels, whether that's different jar sizes, frame sizes, the height of the flower bouquet. If you look at this table and you're watching the video, there's a lot of depth here. So Kelly from our team has just done a beautiful job at adding different dimensions. Even though it's just one table, it feels like you're coming into a party. So that can be really cool. And this makes it better for your photos. A lot of times we spread things out and it might look nice, but when you get a lot in one shot, there's just more for the eye to kind of gaze on, and it's part of that marketing appeal. So make sure that if you don't have a huge budget, I'll give you an example. So in my garden, this is a pro tip I learned in gardening. A lot of times you go to the garden store and you buy a few different kinds of plants and you buy one of each and then you kind of like spread them out in your garden. But a pro tip is to buy 4 or 5 of the exact same flower and plant them fairly close together for visual impact. It actually looks so much better when you see that. So you're spending the same amount of money, but instead of buying one and one and one, you're buying a few of the same ones, and it just looks more impactful visually. So it's the same thing with the events. You can also add some fun tunes. We know that there is nothing more awkward than when you go to an event and it's completely quiet, like you hear crickets. So we're sharing a fun playlist that you could also use at this event. And then don't throw away decor or any extras. Reuse it for a future event or send it as gifts for someone. The sunflower bouquet or the candy, these are great welcome gifts. And you can pair it with this welcome flyer from the set. So guys, we're all about stretching our events, stretching our budgets, and making every dollar work for us. So there's also this great shopping list. You can find the sunflower garland, the command hooks, the sunshine garland, all the jars that we used. We're basically giving you our full-on playbook. Okay, this is a one event, 3 ways. Now, if you don't want to do this event, you can do it as a grab and go sunshine kit. You can create these little bags with a few little inside treats, and that's completely up to you, whether it's, candy lemon slices, cake bites, pina colada mixes, whatever you want to do. But look at how beautiful this sunset backdrop. And some tips from Kelly. She says, again, use command strips to hang your cloud backdrop. Cut and tape streamers to the wall to make the rays where you want them. Use the largest yellow paper fan as your sun. Tape the circle where your rays meet and use thumbtacks to attach the cloud to the sun. Guys, we are giving you all the details. So that's one way to set up just a grab and go station. You can print out the living in a daydream design that we have here. And there you go. Your table is beautiful. And I absolutely love how she used these little clouds, how she made these little faux clouds, and she's linked them here because, come on, it looks so cozy. And nothing says summer quite like a sunflower. Okay, say you don't even have it in you to do that. Do a virtual fun golden hour photo contest. This is a 2-for-1 event. You can engage your residents with a contest while also getting them to create content for you, right? So there's a caption for our members. You can grab it there. You can grab all the graphics to bring this virtual event. But basically, you're inviting residents to post a picture of their golden hour view. And you can do some sort of contest, whatever you decide to give away for the best shot. Ask them to tag you. And then you've got all these great visuals that showcase sunset at your community, that golden hour. Okay, guess how many wine corks? This is great for any of the fun wine national holidays or really any time of the year. This is super easy. We've made it super easy for our members. You can search this design and grab your Canva invite, grab your caption. We make it so easy for you. You can use the picture above and the caption to make this event if you can only do it as a visual, as a social post. So pro tip, make some partners where you give their info to your residents and they give you things like gift cards to their business for this contest, discounts for your residents and more, right? So even your giveaways can be a way to showcase things that are going on in your community. So that's pretty cool that it's a way to sell the neighborhood and say, hey, the gift card is going to be to Maria's Mexican restaurant. And I keep saying Mexican restaurant, guys. I'm going to have to think of something else, but clearly Mexican food is on my brain. But it'll be a really nice way, maybe an Italian restaurant, since we're doing maybe red wine corks. And this is a cool way to say they're located 2 minutes away. The lasagna is to die for. Go visit Maria's, blah, blah, blah. So you get the picture. It's a win-win. All right. Don't forget to go back and check out some of our older episodes. We've had a ton. We had a great one with a national leasing director. We talked to a COO on decision-making, delegating, and more. We talked from a luxury marketing specialist who manages and really oversees the marketing for 10 luxury communities. We also talked to the legend Lisa Trozine and how she sees multifamily. And then we talked a lot about personal branding with Mike Wolber and Chris Arnold. So these are some past episodes. And then right now we're doing the May and June planning. And next week we're shining a light on the regional roles. So there's so much great content. If you haven't been keeping up, make sure to go and catch up now. All right, another 3 event idea is the Western Wonders. So a lot of people are having rodeos, and this is just kind of a fun time to do this really fun Western event. You can do it as a get fancy with a backyard Western party, a grab and go watering hole, or virtual guess how many ropes. So this is the wild, wild West. And we know with shows like Yellowstone, this has become just a very popular theme, and it can be really fun to personalize it to fit your community. So you can make it a pool party, have cactus floating ring toss and see who can toss the rings on the floating cactus. You could do rope afloat, where people try to rope a pool float back to the edge of the pool. You can do a Western duck race where the rubber duckies race across the pool by squirting water on them with maybe a water gun. If you don't have a pool, no problem, take it outdoors. A horseshoe toss, who can get the most in the least amount of time. Flip cup, or team up and see who has what it takes to flip the cup. This was a huge thing on TikTok, so if you're not familiar, check it out. Great aim, see who can squirt water to get the golf ball off the top of the bottle. Again, there's great videos for all of these. And for our members, you guys, this collection was created. These are hand-drawn illustrations put together by our team. It is absolutely beautiful. After I saw this collection, I was like, man, this would be gorgeous for like a wedding, like a Western theme rustic wedding, but it will be beautiful for any of your events. Here you can see it a little bit up close. We've got, if you are going to have alcohol, you can have it as a happy hour with mixers, hard seltzer, beer, wine. You could even have a local maybe bar or a local restaurant come and host with some of their signature cocktails. And we have so many of these beautiful signs like drink up at the watering hole and we're nuts about you. Little signs that can make your event feel super just custom and super special. People want to take pictures with this. Now, I would also encourage to have some non-alcoholic favorites as well. Not everybody drinks, and I think we need to be, very mindful of that as well. So have things like sweet tea, lemonade, sparkling water, unsweet tea too, right? This can be left up during the summer for residents or in a model unit if you want to do it as an ongoing event that can be personalized for any age. So again, you've got kiddos at your community. Make sure that there is something for everyone. That's what Anne taught us in our fair housing training. Our events should appeal to everyone. And then grab and go the watering hole. Here is the shopping list and the invite for members. Now, if you want to do this as a virtual fun or just as a kind of a guess how many, you can do this with candy ropes and have your residents, let's see if they can rope in a great prize. Guess how many Twizzler ropes are in the jar to win. And then you can use our social graphics to bring this to life. It could be that the prize is the jar full of Twizzlers or a gift card to something essential. And I would say bonus points if the gift card is to a local barbecue restaurant for dinner, right? That could be really fun. Again, highlight a local business and just make this something super easy. It doesn't have to cost you a ton of money. People love the guess how many. I will say too, if you're struggling to get engagement on social media, this is a really easy way to make it easy for them to guess something. There's very little commitment required. They could potentially win, post later the winner. All of these things start to help train your residents to make sure that they are commenting and engaging. All right, here's a couple of other fun events. I'm going to kind of breeze through these. A donut stop believing. I love anything that has a fun pun on words. Rosé all day for Rosé Day. Ice pops for pops. Invest in a small shelf or a cart for your outdoor events. And then this way you can, no matter if you're doing ice pops for pops, or if you're doing drinks by the pool, or you're doing pet treats at the dog park, all of these things can work for you. And so our team here put paw bar with pet supplies, a crafting station with craft supplies, or a hydration station with drink selections. We actually linked this really cute metal cart. There's also a ton that we've done over the years. If you like the shelf better, we've got that as well. And then we also love that IKEA shelf that you now can get on Amazon. It's like a 3-cart shelf on wheels, super simple, very lightweight, and can be a really fun rolling cart. All right, the moment I've been waiting for. Let's go party. So I don't know if you guys have seen the commercials for the new Barbie movie. It comes out, I think, in July, but that was definitely our inspiration. So you can get fancy with a pink party bash, a grab and go with a taste of the beach kits, virtual with a Sun Squad photo booth. So come on, Sprouty, let's go party. You know we couldn't resist, right? This is a lot of this just feels very like Summer Fridays. People don't remember what you say, but they do remember how you make them feel. And this event is nostalgic with a lot of excitement. And I don't know if it's just because I'm showing my age, but this just feels so much fun. So again, the backdrop can make an event feel so fun. And Kelly did a great job with hanging fringe and a neon sign. You can reuse the sign. That would be a great backdrop to just any event, or make it an Instagrammable moment in a nook at your community. You can do a balloon arch, but listen, you can also just do balloons and beach balls under the table like we did. It's a lot easier. I'm telling you, a lot easier, and it will make the station pop. And then you can use unconventional things to serve as, like heart floats as bowls, clear shopping bags as jars, the mini suitcases for tiny treats, or even a toy pink car as a vase or a jar. We have linked all of these ridiculously cute and pink accessories, so I hope that you guys go crazy. Now you can do this outdoors or by the pool. Add some beach balls, heart floats, inflatable furniture, and pink pool noodles. You guys, I am seeing this like your whole pool. We even had a community that changed out the bulbs of their pool to hot pink. So at night, the pool lit up and it looked pink. Just so fun. I mean, I could also see this as a rosé event as well. So you can do this for everyone at your community that just is reminiscent of the Barbie theme. Grab and go beach kits are fun. You can add your own touch to these. You could do pool cups. No more poo. You could put in pink doggy poop bags. You could amp up your reviews by including our review flyer that we're showcasing. You could build a partnership by maybe including some information from, local businesses, maybe some that are very summer friendly. So we have included what is inside of our little party bags. You guys will see the clear shopping bags, pink filler paper. I am obsessed with these heart sunglasses, flamingo drink floats, mini suitcases, starbursts. You guys just go crazy. Please do this at your community. Now, this is another virtual fun Sun Squad photo booth. You can get residents to take a photo with their friends at the photo booth and then post it on social media. So look at the backdrop. It's back to the fringe. We taped up some balloons. We put that great neon sign. The inflatable couch is linked, and this could just be, again, a fun Instagrammable moment. Ask them to tag you, and now you've got content that makes your community look like the hottest, pinkest place to be all summer long. All right, guys, 3 more fun ideas. A flamingo with an aloha twist. It could be so much fun with aloha decor, flamingo floats, Hawaiian chips, pink rock candy, pineapple cups, the works. You can do this with fresh fruit. If you want to go a healthier route, just, totally make this your own. And I'm absolutely obsessed with the aloha balloon arch here, which is so fun. You can add to that and do a tropic like it's hot with kind of a tropical feel. This just feels, again, still very Hawaii. Lots of fruit snacks, wooden skewers, fruit cups so that it can be a grab and go. People love that. And that could be something fun, again, to do on your cart right by the pool on a hot Saturday. And then Food Truck Frenzy. We know one of those dates, I think it's like National Food Truck Day, but I know you guys, so many of you do this regularly. Now, there's no shopping required. Just invite your local food truck to come park at your community or book them. And you can work out of partnerships that maybe gives residents a discount. There's so many different things that you can do. So that is it for the events. I'm going to just kind of flip through so that those of you that aren't members can see some of the fun generic event templates that we have for summer, your summer event list. These are great designs where you can swap out your own photos. Members, remember, you can always add your own community event pictures. These are some fun summer marketing ideas. And in our next podcast in June, instead of me doing another issue and talking about the resident events, I'm going to be talking about more how to take these events and make them marketing opportunities. Now, members, my last reminder to you, Anne Sadowski is our inside consultant for all things fair housing. And this month she addresses how to deal with noise complaints and disgruntled neighbors. And she gives us the best sound bites. In Building Multifamily Leaders with Bill Nye, he talks about how to identify a toxic culture. And you guys, it's really good because some of you may not even, we think we know what it is. He always has those great nuggets. And then how to spread the culture that we do want. Now, I absolutely loved the conversation with Dr. Lindsay Bira. This is wrapping up our series. She talks about setting boundaries. It gives us a snippet on what to say to the residents that are making us crazy, that always take up our time, the resident that is never happy, how to address issues within your team that you don't want to cause more conflict, but you want to make sure that you address head on. And then in talking about the Sprout Playbook, we also have a great social media training this month. You guys are going to love it. And for members, I'm also answering these questions. How do I make outreach part of my routine? What's the best way to market to seniors? And how do I boost team morale? So please do not forget to check out those Ask Barbara Anything videos inside of membership. And we're highlighting all of our great podcast guests. And then finally, do not forget to come see us. Lauren and I will be at AIM together. I will be at Resmania and at NAA. I'll be by myself. So please come and see me. I'm speaking at all 3 conferences and I would love to meet you. So which one of these ideas will you implement first? Which event are you going to host at your community? If you do it, please tag at Sprout Marketing on Instagram. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear about everything that you're doing. Tag us on Facebook. We're at Watch It Sprout. And I cannot wait to see how you take these ideas, add your own secret sauce, make them your own, and make them really special. Guys, next week, I'm having a conversation with 2 incredible regional managers, and their story and their approach to how they work with their teams is inspiring. So if you're a person that ever wants to be in the regional manager role, or if you're in that seat right now and you want to connect and learn from others that are doing it really well, make sure you tune into next week's episode of the Marketing Home, Marketing You podcast. As always, this is my favorite part of the week. I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to see you next week.